So the US dollar has gotten crushed this year so far, but US stocks are making all-time highs. And that's a disconnect because typically what you see is when US equities go up, it's in part driven by foreign investment in the US, and those foreign inflows tend to drive the value of the US dollar higher. But you're not seeing that this year so far. You're seeing US dollar down, equities higher. Now, we think part of the reason this disconnect is happening is that foreign investors want exposure to US companies, the companies driving the AI race today, companies like NVIDIA, Google, Microsoft. But unfortunately for them, in their view, when you buy those US equities, you're also taking US dollar exposure. That's how the earnings of these companies are denominated. And so what they've been doing year to date is actually offloading that US dollar exposure when they buy these US equities in the form of currency hedging. So they're getting rid of the US dollar exposure and denominating these holdings back in their native currency. And as a result, you're seeing dollar down, stocks higher. Now, we think what companies ultimately want, or these sovereigns outside of the US, is they want exposure to US companies, but they don't want US sovereign risk. And this is something we've been banging the drum about for many, many months now, which is we believe the US is seeing this de-dollarization, and that's driving momentum in alternatives like Bitcoin and gold. And even so far this year, a disconnect between equities and the US dollar.